Today it's a nice bright sunny Sunday, so I thought I'd get out the drifter, give War Bastard a ride around, and yeah, here it is. So I thought I'd do a walk around of this bike. So this is a 1999 VN800 drifter. So I've had this bike for about 4 years. In that time I've resprayed it and I've changed a lot of bits. There's a few custom bits on here I've done as well. It's one of my favourite angles right there. I think it just looks immense. So colour-wise, it's a military paint. I think it's enamel based, and it's a satin NATO green. And it was basically, I applied it with a roller. I took all the bodywork off and sanded it all down, repaired a few cracks and things, and then literally just rolled it on with a sponge roller. So I guess front to back then, modification-wise, I'll talk you through them. There's also a fair few bits maintenance-wise I've done to it over the years. Let me start off at the headlight then. So obviously there's an insert in there. It's like this teardrop thing. It's actually from a car, but it looks pretty cool, and also a visor. Now I haven't repainted this yet, but that damage was done in riding along in a hailstorm. There's a bracket here which I made up for the screen, which I don't know if you've seen, but that's really good. Helps keep the wind off. It was a screen from an old VN800, I think, and I just adapted a bracket. This is actually part of a Fordson Dexter, this bracket, and yep, made that for that, and it fits. And I covered the bottom of it in like an olive canvas, just to give it a period look. It's got the seriously wide engine bars, so I mean cornering is done kind of slowly at very little angle, but they do protect the bike really well, and it'll only roll over a certain amount, and then it will hit them. So they do a brilliant job, and I actually think they look pretty cool. They give the bike a sort of low, wide stance. Then so it's engine bars. It's got Vance and Hines Cruzers on. They were obviously chrome. Could do with a bit of TLC, but it kind of adds to the look of the bike actually. You know, all of my boot melting on the exhaust there, and this the paint, sort of the dye coming out of the exhaust wrap, so I've spray painted it a bit, and the exhaust is spray painted. But I kind of like it. It's kind of like a military sort of ratty look. These metal grips, put them on there. I did actually repaint the whole of the front of the bike, all the forks and everything. It's all been repainted because they're all looking pretty tired. So that's a spray can job as well. It's got a stupidly expensive saddle, and I got that on eBay. It was very expensive, but it was tan. So I went to a leather company, a company that they sell dyes kits for leather, and basically repainted the entire seat into the colour it is now, which is a Rolls-Royce leather seat cover colour. There's a big number plate bracket as standard, with some big indicators on it, which sort of messes up the whole smooth design of the rear end. So I've taken that off and filled the hole, smoothed it and painted it, and then put a sticky black number plate on just to match, again, just the period look of the bike. Indicators are a bit DIY, but they do the job. Then there's no original foot peg here, so there's a bit of a DIY one again for when I have the twin seat on, because that was one of the mounting points used for this sidecar which I have for this. I have a Ural sidecar, which obviously doesn't do you any favours in London, and you can't park it anywhere because it's not classed as a car or a bike when trying to find somewhere to park. Again, has the Clicktronic Gearshift down here. That just moves in and out and changes gear for me with a button on the handlebar here. Someone actually asked me if they could show how it works, so this is it really. You have a button on the handlebar, you have a lever down there, or a piston down there, and then I push one button, it goes one way, push the other button, it goes the other way. And that's kind of it really. It's pretty simple to find neutral with, there's no problem with that. Obligatory drinks holder on a Cruiser. There's a 12-volt outlet there, which is nicely letting rainwater in. And this is it, man. I mean, this is the look I was going for. I love the look of it, and it's exactly what I wanted to achieve. Other people seem to appreciate it as well, and I really enjoy riding it. It's great fun. It's really weird getting back on this thing today because I haven't ridden it in a couple of months actually over winter. But yeah, it still rides perfectly. It'll sit for months at a time and then just, you know, get on it, start it up, and it works perfectly, no problem. It's an absolutely fantastic bike, and one that I will never sell actually. And I've gone through 4 bikes in the last year and a half, but this will always remain with me. You know, I'll chop and change other bikes, but not this one. So sound-wise, the reason the Vance and Hines Cruzers which are on it, they obviously don't suit the style of the bike. You know, you want straight pipes out the back, long straight pipes is what you need, but you just don't get the sound from them. And this creates the best sound for the 800 engine I've heard. It's extremely bassy. Right. So, not too shabby. And that's her. This bike is nicknamed War Bastard. One in a shout out for Space, the TV series obviously, but it's a Kawasaki which has been designed to look like a 40s Indian chief, which has then been repainted into an army kind of theme. Just, it's an army theme. It doesn't replicate any bike that was originally around in the 40s, and yeah, so it's a real bastard child and a culmination of different things. So I think what's probably best is to get on it and ride it.